Hello, my beautiful Cancers. Welcome into Dawn Williams Tarot. I hope this message finds you well. I'm doing well, thank you. So today's message is for Sun, Moon, or Rising placements in the sign of Cancer. If you have those placements, this message is for you. Now, typically, I will always say, since it's a general reading, not all messages may resonate. However, this is a spiritually guided communication. So even if it feels as though the messages do not resonate with you in this moment, I would definitely guide you to listen to the whole message, as it might not pertain to you in this very moment that you hear this message, but maybe in a few days from now, maybe a week from now, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, it will all make more sense to you. Okay. Also, I would like to say that if you're brand new to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe. If you do decide to do that, I would also suggest that you click that notification bell so you are aware when I go live, because I am going live at least twice a week. This week, I'm making up for, I only went live once last week, and I have kind of made that decision that I'm going to at least go live twice a week. And then you'll be notified, right, as to when those lives are. You are then invited to come in and ask a question so you can get some free reading time, right? I actually love this. I get immediate response back from everybody, and it's been very positive. So I hope you will join me there. Okay. So today's messages are specifically 3 questions that Spirit gave me to read upon for each of the signs, to kind of gauge where we are on your spiritual path. This is more of a spiritual communication than anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start laying out your cards, and then I'll explain to you what your cards mean and what each of the columns represent for you. Okay. For those of you who are returning to my channel, thank you so much for always being up here, always showing up, always supporting my work. If all of you would be so kind as just to give me that thumbs up, you can just click that little thing. It really does help me grow. I think I'm like 6 away from reaching my next goal of subscribers, of 1,200 subscribers. So I am excited about that. Getting very close to my goal. Taking a little bit longer than I thought that it would, but it is what it is. Okay, Cancer. So we're looking at Cancer. I don't see the High Priestess, and I do not see the Chariot. Water, I'm definitely seeing this 4 of Cups, which is you, 2 of Cups, which is you, 7 of Cups, which is you. So you do have some water here. Okay, so while I do this portion of your reading, I am going to take myself off camera so that we can concentrate on your cards. I'm pulling 2 of the 4 agreements and then 2 messages from the universe also for the end. So let me take myself off camera, and then we're just going to dive right in. Also, just to let you know, I am going to be offering a new type of reading called medicine card reading. And off the bat, I'm going to be starting a new spread called the 9 Totem Animals. The 9 totem animals are the animals associated with you along your path that help you navigate your spiritual journey. So I have taken a class, I've gotten the cards, I'm learning all the deeper meanings of the cards. But initially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer this as a video option only, not a one-on-one. So I have time to really, for one thing, fit everything in, and for another, because it's still new, I'm probably going to offer it at a discounted rate. So, okay. So the way that my columns are working are up and down this way, right? Up and down. Your first column has to do with What limiting beliefs are holding you back from reaching your full potential? Right off this, right off the bat, we're starting off with the strength card. Now, the strength card to me is a beautiful card. It is talking about your strength, your inner willpower, your ability to be able to use this inner strength and utilize it to your highest and best, right? The strength card is also my card of your quiet strength, being a graceful leader. And this is about your leadership. So the thing about this card, as you can see, it does represent that Leo energy because it does have the lion here. So you can see she's kind of a shapeshifter, but in reality, what she is doing is this is giving her that quiet strength, that quiet courage whenever she needs it. Now, the thing is in the Raider White deck, she is standing beside the lion and she has her hands in the lion's mouth because they have learned to trust one another. And that lion has submitted to her because he trusts her. And I feel that's kind of what this energy is saying, that, you can be as gentle as a lamb, but you can also be as ferocious as a lion should you need to be. The strength card is absolutely talking about you stepping into your leadership role. Now, you can be a leader every single day just by leading with your highest integrity as your example. You don't have to be somebody that, gets masses of people around you. You're just doing it in your own little quiet way. And I absolutely love this about this card for you, Cancer. Now, your next card is showing me that many of you have completed a big, a big cycle of some kind for yourself. The World card is the last major arcana, and it is also my card of perfect endings, completion of a major cycle, new levels of consciousness coming in. This is definitely about harmony and feeling balanced. It's also about feeling fulfilled. It is about conclusions, accomplishments with conscious intention. It is also your card of spiritual protection here. So I feel as though many of you are definitely walking your path. You are either completing a cycle of something that has now allowed you to elevate higher up on, bringing in a lot more light, a lot more joy, a lot more knowledge into your space that is allowing you to reach that full potential. And some of you are still a little bit concerned about things. Now, the Five of Swords is my card of, well, for one thing, this guy's definitely overthinking. He's got all of those birds there chirping at his mind, and he's holding his head as though there's some anguish or anxiety associated with this. The fives are about changes coming in, and they're just minor changes. Our whole lives are always about change. Something comes in and it's just change, right? We always think of change as the majors, like, your house is falling down or, something crazy like that. But in reality, we go through changes every single day. So this is not anything to fret over. But this is also saying that you're utilizing your mind to figure out and noodle out what direction you want to go, what it is that you want to integrate in. Swords have to do with your words and have to do with the way that you think of things. And that five is definitely that card of change of direction, change of thought. So it could be some of you are doing some deep evaluation of things, making decisions as to what exactly is it that will allow me to reach my full potential? What do I need to do? What thoughts do I need to have? What is it that I need to release out of my life that's no longer serving me? So I feel as though that's kind of some of the stuff that's happening. And as he goes through that process, you can see that he is now in up on top of this rock, right? He's getting the insights that he needs to release himself. So I feel as though this is a really powerful minor arcana card that can really validate your hard work. Now, this next column, Cancer, has to do with what spiritual lessons are you currently experiencing? Now, some of you are feeling apathetic. Some of you may be feeling a little bit stagnant or depressed. If you can look at this portion of the card, right? The card this part that you're not seeing, this is what her reality is. And she's looking at those three empty cups. She's looking at her past. She's looking at what has been. She's looking at what she no longer has, right? That would bring up that level of stagnation, that level of depression. Just look at her body language. However, what she isn't seeing that's coming towards her that is bringing her, a hue of rainbow light is this additional cup. Now, for me, this is like that Ace of Cups. This is something that's going to come in. It is going to be an opportunity for you to be able to activate your heart center. It has to do with your relationships, has to do with how you feel about yourself and whether or not you're listening to your inner voice, right? And as this comes in and she recognizes it and changes the way that she's looking at things, I feel as though she's going to become a lot more stable, a lot more emotionally balanced. And that's kind of what this card is really talking about. Some of you are just feeling overwhelmed. Some of you may be feeling as though you have a long road ahead, or some of you may be feeling, I have been walking this darn road, since birth, whatever the case may be. But I do feel as though you're making progress. Now, the other thing that is here for you, typically, this Two of Cups is my soulmate card. I like this card much more than I like the Lover's card. Even though the Lover's card is a major arcana, there is a lot more going on with that Lover's card than it is with this Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups for me are two people that are coming together and they are uniting. Their cups are already full. They've done all their hard healing work. They're ready for another relationship. They are completely whole and well within themselves before they integrate and start blending energies with another person. Now, typically, like I said, this can be a soulmate card. This can also just be a relationship card. But in this case, because we are specifically asking about spirituality, your connection to that, where you are in your spiritual lessons, I'm going to say this is you integrating more of your higher self, really starting to work with your higher self a lot more. Now, it can be a thing that you're consciously aware that you've made this decision that, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to learn how to meditate. I'm going to learn how to quiet my mind and I'm going to become much more mindful. I'm going to integrate some spiritual practices that I hadn't tried before. And I really want to make strong connections with my higher self, with my soul, with the bigger part of me. And that's exactly what I'm feeling this card is representing. As you do that, I do feel as though it's going to allow you to step into experience and knowledge. The Kings are about knowledge. They're about all of their hard work through all of their lives. They started out as a page and then they became the knight, and now they're the king. So it's progression. And again, you have that beautiful lion there, right? You have that lion energy, which is bringing you courage. This gentleman is very courageous. He's very comfortable in his own skin. He can represent a fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But in reality, I'm feeling in this spiritual reading, this is really more of the energy of what he exudes. So some of you may be really feeling very comfortable, very fiery, very inspired, very passionate, like you've got this, you know exactly what you're doing. You are walking your talk. You are, working through your spiritual lessons and you are just owning your space. And so that is awesome. For those of you who are moving into that energy, just recognize that this is fast moving energy. It may be a little bit faster than what you're used to, water, because the water and the earth signs move a little bit more slowly. But it isn't like we can't move fast. It just isn't as comfortable for us, right? But this guy is definitely an individual who is an entrepreneur. He's got a lot of stuff going on. Very busy individual. But he's also very grounded. He knows exactly what he wants, and he walks his talk. So I feel as though with this column here, you are really walking through your spiritual lessons here, and many of you are making great progress. Okay, so for our third column, this column is about how can you cultivate a healthier physical, spiritual balance. Now, the funny thing is this judgment card that comes in is definitely my card of purpose. As you can see, she is allowing herself to rise up, right? The judgment card is a big awakening. It's about pay attention because something is coming. Something big is coming in. It's going to bring some big changes for you. The judgment card is also about facing fierce limitations. It's talking about total transparency, aligning your heart with your motives, that type of an energy here. So I feel as though you have to just surrender, kind of surrender to your experience, allow the things to come in with an open heart. You know, talk to the God of your heart and say, I'm ready to experience my next lessons that are going to bring me closer to you, right? Or I am ready for, you know, just do your positive affirmations with this card. Now, some of you may be feeling as though you have no idea where to begin. This Seven of Cups, of course, sevens are all about persevering, keep going, but this is also my card of kind of going, overcoming obstacles, trying to gain additional experience of some kind. The cups, of course, have to do with your emotions and your relationships. In this situation, this guy is kind of a dreamer. He has ideas of what he would like to be in those seven cups. However, he absolutely doesn't know because the cups are not clear. And it is meant to be kind of an illusion, like a diversion of some kind. So it feels as though some of you may be lost. Like, okay, so I know that I want to start some kind of a practice, but I don't know where to go. So you might be feeling stuck. My response to that would be, just start looking around. Look what's available, what's in your town, what are people that are spiritually guided around you, what are they doing, what are they listening to, what are they taking classes in, those types of things. And I feel as though with this seven, though, if you align with your heart, because you know this Seven of Cups of course does represent that Cancer water energy, it just feels like if you just allow yourself to align with your heart, your gut, and your mind, you will be able to find your path forward. Now, the other thing is some of you may be feeling as though with this Four of Pentacles, that what it is that you would like to do is maybe outside of your budget, or maybe it's a situation where you're feeling as though I've really got to, you know, work hard in my job. I got to work, you know, a 90-hour week in order just to put food on my table. And that is a valid concern. Many of us are stretched very thin at this time. This four, again, is, you can see she's putting her money before her heart, right? So again, she's hanging on. She's choking off her available resources by hanging on to them and clinging to them. So just that vibration of clinging is the issue with this card. She's really clinging onto what she has instead of allowing that energy to flow, right? So with that four, if she's looking for her stability and her balance in her finances, in her physical security, she does have to allow herself to realize that she can let go of the fear of not having enough. And that's kind of what this card represents. You have more than abundant. This is an abundant universe. There is so much on this planet alone. And we are manifestors, right? We are able to create the things in our lives. It may take us a bit of time. Maybe we don't actually see the clear path forward, but once we make those decisions and we decide that these are the things that we want, and we start really integrating with our higher selves, get them helping us as a team, right? Working together as a team with your higher self, you will be able to realize those prosperities and that abundance and that secure feeling within yourself. Now, your final column here has to do with what steps can you take to align with your life purpose. The first thing right off the bat is I'm going to share with you, Cancer, that many other signs got this card in their reading as well. To me, it's representing the first time that it pulled into this round of readings. Spirit shared with me, it is the lying, cheating, stealing that we have been living through our whole lives. How the government, how our governments and how people in power and how the various different countries have created this society where, you know, they can lie to us and we don't know any different. We're not there. We can't really see what they're doing. However, all of these lies, all of this deceit, all of this darkness is coming up. We're seeing it a lot more now. You know, we had the big issue with the 2020 voting thing. We might even run into that same situation here in 2024. We don't know what's coming towards us as of yet, but that's kind of what this energy is talking about. It's talking about really working through that dark night of the soul. We do have a full moon coming up on September the 17th. So I would definitely say that that is going to be some kind of a significance for you here, Cancer. And the other thing about this card, the Seven of Swords, is using strategies to move forward. Now you can see he's kind of in stealth mode. He's really low to the ground. He really doesn't want to be noticed. And the other part of that too is he's got the squawking crows around him. So I don't know how he can possibly be quiet with those squawking crows. But this is one of those things where you might be further along on your spiritual path than many people that you know, and you might already be aware of some of this darkness that's coming up, how the various different, sides of the political parties, all the things involved, all the deceit, lies, cheating, stealing, all the crap that's coming up for us to look at is meant to come up, and it is going to cause a lot of people a lot of grief. So please step into your quiet, beautiful, graceful leadership and help those people who are just, getting slammed with cognitive dissonance because of this stuff surfacing. That is a really good way for you to be able to balance your spiritual life with your practical life, right? Be the example. The Queen of Pentacles here is my grounded queen. Now, queens are all about patience and understanding. And if you're a male watching this card really is representative of the energy of this queen. The thing about her is she is a natural healer. She's very grounded in Mother Earth. So she's a very down-to-earth individual, very easy to talk to. If you get this queen on your side as a friend or as a family member or whatever, you are going to have a friend for life. As long as you are true blue and you are loyal and you come from truth and integrity, this queen will always champion you, will always be there for you, will always try to help you out. And that's exactly what her energy is about. Now, the other thing about her is she also has a lot of information. So she may be someone that you go to ask questions. She might be your person that, is older than you, has been around longer than you, has walked her path a lot longer than you have, and may have, researched a lot of different areas within her lives to come up with the knowledge that she has. So she's going to be a really good resource for you. And pentacles are about resources, okay? So I feel as though the resources will be there. They are going to be rich and they will enrich your life. Your final card is the Fool. The Fool is the very first card in the major arcana. And if you look at her, she's really about believing in herself. She's starting a new journey. We do have new chapters all the time when we have these endings, especially when you have a major ending like this perfect ending world card over here. You have to start all over again. That's just the way that our life works. And it isn't as though you're walking you're walking in a circle. It really is, you are walking up a spiral, right? You're spiraling up. Your energy is being lifted. And she is definitely trusting her path. Now, typically with the Fool, you have the sun shining down. And of course, that sun is bringing joy, happiness, renewal, healing. And, she's got this amethyst in her hand and she's ready just to drop herself off into the abyss, trusting that where she needs to go, she will be. This is truly aligning with your higher self and believing and trusting your path, that things will come to you as you need them, and that you will show your gratitude and appreciation along the way. So overall, it looks really pretty good. I'm actually really happy with this reading so far. Again, if you've made it this far and you have not done so, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I'd absolutely love it if you would subscribe. Okay, so next we're going to look at your 4 agreements, and your first card is always do your best, love and nurture your body. The message reads, your own body is a manifestation of God. And if you honor your body, everything will change for you. Practice giving love to every part of your body. This will plant seeds of love in your mind. And when they grow, you will love, honor, and respect your body immensely. You realize your body is what houses your soul. So yeah, we do have to take care of our bodies. Your next card is don't take anything personally. Everyone lives in their own dream. All people live in their own dream, in their own mind. They are in a completely different world from the one we live in. And I feel like that's absolutely true. We all have our own universe. And my universe is going to be different than your universe. And your universe is going to be different than your significant other's universe, right? It's because this is the universe we've created for ourselves, and everyone else is playing a part within our universe. It's amazing how this works. Okay, so your first message from the universe. We are always speaking to you and sending you messages. When you feel like you are alone in a situation, just know that you never truly are. We are reminding you to stop looking around and believe in something else, something more. We've got your back. Beautiful card. Love it. And your last card today, Cancer, is when the world feels like it's coming crashing down around you, take that as an opportunity to find yourself and let go of who you thought you were. Not all storms come to destroy your life. Some come to clear your path. Decide that this crisis will be a turning point for what you have been waiting for. Okay, Cancer. Let me put myself back on screen. I want to thank you so much for being here and always supporting my work. From my heart to your heart, I am sending you a lot of love, happiness, joy, prosperity, inner peace, abundance, wisdom, and good health, should you decide to accept these gifts from us, me and my higher self. Until next time, take very good care of you. I hope you found some messages here that will help you. And until next time, enjoy your day.